For these problems, we want to write the interval notation for the inequalities given, and we also want to graph this on a number line. So I have x is greater than or equal to -5. So I'm going to draw the graph first, and then from there, we can write our interval. So first, number line, we're just going to put -5 on it, just like that. This is a equal symbol is underneath, which means that we're going to have a closed circle at -5, and it says greater than. So greater than means it needs to go to the arrow points to the right. Okay, so anything going to the right, that would be larger than -5. So this is what the number line graph would look like. Now we want to write this in interval notation. So the way interval notation works is if you have a greater than or equal to, you want to use a bracket. And if you have a less than or greater than symbol without the equals underneath, you're going to use a parenthesis. So in this case, I want to put a bracket at -5, and that's going to the right. So that's going to go to infinity. So you would put -5, and then it goes to infinity because it's going to the right. If it was going to the left, that would go down to -infinity. But to the right, it's positive infinity. Infinity and negative infinity, they always have a parenthesis since that's not an exact number. The next one, we want to have x less than 2. So we'll start with 2. This has to have an open circle because of this symbol. There's no equal sign underneath, so it's open circle. Now, less than means it's going to go to the left. Okay, so the arrow is going to go this direction. Okay, so opens up to the left. For interval notation, you always want to put the smaller number first. So since it's going to -infinity, and -infinity is smaller than 2, we have to start with -infinity. And again, this is going to have a bracket, or I'm sorry, a parenthesis on it, because infinity, -infinity are not exact numbers, so that's why they always need a parenthesis. Now the 2 is also going to get a parenthesis because we don't have an equal sign underneath. So the interval would be -infinity to 2. Then one more, x is less than or equal to -1. We start with -1 on our number line, and at -1, I'm going to put a closed circle because we have the equal sign underneath, and it's less than. Less than means we go to the left. Okay, so it's going this way. So closed circle going to the left. When we write our interval, again, we need to put the -infinity first. That's going to have a parenthesis. That's going to go up to -1, but -1 is going to have a bracket because you have the equal symbol there.